Now tuned into the motherfucking greatest.
Jay-Z just got voted #1 by MTV, #1 MC. What do you make of that?
I don't think he's the #1 MC. Wayne the best, he do the most, and he make the most money.
I am the Mike Jordan of recording. You might want to fall back from recording.
I must be LeBron James if he's Jordan. No, I won rings for my performance. I'm on Kobe Bryant up in all this.
I dropped that Black album, then I back out it as the best rapper alive.
The best rapper alive since the best rapper retired.
Really, you got baby money. Keep it real with niggas. Niggas ain't got my lady money.
Kidnap your get that how much you love your lady money.
Just wanna kidnap white feet. Good luck with that, bruh.
Lil Wayne and Jay-Z are two of the greatest MCs to ever grace a vocal booth. With greatness on the microphone comes a competitive edge, and when both of these legendary rappers believed that they are the best rappers alive, it sparked a battle for the throne as who the greatest rapper alive really is. Back in the golden days of hip-hop, it was driven by passion. The rap game was one of the most competitive games in the world, with everyone wanting to have the throne as the #1 rapper. Who sold the most, who had the best rhymes, everything mattered, and rappers spent their entire life perfecting the craft. Jay-Z is regarded as one of the greatest of all time, and throughout his run, he was widely regarded as the greatest rapper alive. Let's take you into the year of 2003. Jay-Z was already solidified as one of the greatest rappers to ever do it, with multiple classics under his belt, so he felt like it was time to hang up the jersey, so he decided that his next album would be his final before his quote-unquote retirement. Jay-Z accomplished it all at this point of his career: multi-platinum records, a multi-million-dollar clothing line with Rocawear, his own signature shoes with Reebok, his own label, Rockefeller Records. The list just goes on as to what Jay had accomplished. Jay might have dropped his debut album in 1996, but he's been MCing since the mid-1980s, so he had the respect as one of the greatest ever, so he felt like the time was right to move on from the rap game since he's been talking about retirement for quite some time, even before 2003. Jay thought it was time for him to step into the business world and leave rap behind him. In 2003, as Sean Carter was stepping into the business world, a rapper who was really on fire was none other than Dwayne Carter, aka Lil Wayne, dropping his debut album in 1999 at the age of just 16 years old. By the early to mid-2000s, the Cash Money rapper was just getting better with age. Formerly a member of the group Hot Boys, Wayne, along with the rest of Cash Money Records, started really taking over in the late 90s, as Cash Money made a huge stamp on the rap game, led by none other than CEO of Cash Money, Baby, aka Birdman. In 2003, Jay-Z would begin the rollout for his quote-unquote final album, The Black Album. On March 2nd, 2003, Jay-Z dropped the second single, which was a track called Dirt Off Your Shoulder. On the third verse of this track, Jay-Z says that he's gonna drop the Black Album, then retire as the best rapper alive.
I dropped that Black album, then I back out it as the best rapper alive.
Later that year, on November 14th, 2003, Jay-Z dropped his quote-unquote final album, The Black Album. After this, Lil Wayne saw that the throne was for the taking, since Jay-Z was now retired from hip-hop. Now, something that's definitely worth noting is that Jay-Z is one of Lil Wayne's favorite rappers of all time, and Wayne looks at Jay-Z as his idol, so this also could play a factor in this back and forth. Now, everything was cool between Jay and Wayne initially, but after Jay dropped the Black Album is when things would go left. In 2003, Lil Wayne was gearing up to drop his fourth album, which would be the first installment of the Carter series. The album was originally supposed to drop in late 2003, but would be delayed due to Wayne's change in direction of the music, and some of the featured artists that were on the album weren't with Cash Money, so he put the unfinished album on a mixtape called The Drought, which dropped on October 2nd, 2003. Lil Wayne would then start making his fourth album, The Carter, all over again. On February 1st, 2004, Lil Wayne dropped his mixtape The Prefix, and on this mixtape he pays homage to Jay-Z by rapping over several beats of Hove's. On April 17th, 2004, Lil Wayne dropped the first single for The Carter, which was a track called Bring It Back, featuring Manny Fresh. On the outro to the track is when Lil Wayne would take the first official shots at Jay-Z on wax, when he said this.
The best rapper alive since the best rapper retired.
Wayne was claiming his spot as the best rapper alive since the best rapper retired, a clear shot towards Jay-Z, and this is when the beef would officially begin. But Jay-Z was still retired, and in 2004 would become the new president of Def Jam, so he didn't respond, of course. A couple of months later, on June 25th, 2004, just 4 days before The Carter dropped, Lil Wayne sat down with IGN for an interview. In the interview, Wayne was asked about the line at the end of Bring It Back. In quotes, "You got a line at the end of Bring It Back where you say best rapper alive since the best rapper retired. That's a pretty heavy boast to lay down on wax. Do you think anybody is going to test you on that?" Wayne responded saying, quote, "We have yet to see. If anybody does try to test me, then I swear to you I'll eat him for breakfast, and I'll tell you how it was next interview." Then the interviewer asked, "Will you eat him with milk?" To which Wayne responded saying, quote, "Nah, I don't need nothing to digest it down with. They are weaklings." 4 days later, on June 29th, 2004, Lil Wayne dropped his fourth album, The Carter. During this time, Destiny's Child were gearing up to drop their fifth and final album as a group called Destiny Fulfilled, which was set to drop in November of that year. Now, if you know, Beyonce is a part of Destiny's Child, which of course is Jay-Z's wife. One of the singles from the album is titled Soldier, featuring T.I. and Lil Wayne. Now, it's been said that Jay-Z actually was the one that requested Lil Wayne to be featured on this track, so Hove was definitely paying close attention to Weezy. After dropping The Carter, Lil Wayne's contract with Cash Money was fulfilled, and he was now a free agent. So in December 2004, the then president of Def Jam, Jay-Z, was trying to sign Lil Wayne to Def Jam/Rockefeller. Lil Wayne ultimately declined Jay's offer, and on February 7th, 2005, Lil Wayne resigned with Cash Money Records. Wayne told MTV News about declining Jay's offer, saying, quote, "It was very tough, but you know, I'm a loyal dude. I stick with the fam, but I hope we could do something in the future with my fam and his fam." Jay-Z would speak on the meeting he had with Lil Wayne on a Breakfast Club interview years later in 2013.
The truth is, after I had a meeting with Wayne, I had a relationship with Baby, so I felt it was only right to call him. Mm-hmm. I called him out of respect, like, yo, I was talking to Wayne, just letting you know. So after that, I think we received a letter at our office for like torturous interference.
Whoa.
And I was like, whoa.
Is it sports?
They do that?
I could have signed him. I could have signed him and then told him after, but I did the right thing, and I'm cool with that decision.
In 2016, Lil Wayne did an interview with Shade 45 Sirius XM where he recalled a meeting he had with Jay-Z about signing to Def Jam and Rockefeller, where he claims that Hove only offered him $175,000. Lil Wayne also spoke about signing with Rockefeller/Def Jam in 2005 in an interview with Smack DVD on his tour bus.
And it's been in the press and streets talk. She was recently about to go to Def Jam. This nigga Hove. You know what I'm saying? What was that about?
Yeah, I was hollering at Hove, but as far as
about to go. You probably couldn't say whatever about it, but the situation was we had a conversation, and you know, a conversation with Weezy and Hov could take to the higher plateau. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's just a conversation, it's gonna be more than that because we are who we are. And but yeah, the conversation was about me joining Def Jam or the Rockefeller team or whatever. You know, we didn't agree on certain things or whatever the situation was. It didn't work out, and I'm here where I am. But you know, it's all love.
As rumors were spreading about Wayne signing to Def Jam/Rockefeller, somewhere in 2005, Lil Wayne was performing at a club in Jackson, Mississippi, which was being aired on WJTV-12 CBS, dubbed as the Admission Granted special, where he would say that he's now a Def Jam artist, and the next time we see him, he'll be with the boy Jay-Z.
I did that as long as I could do it. I'm a Def Jam artist now, man. So next time you see me, I'm gonna be with the boy Jay-Z, you understand me?
Now, obviously, this never ended up happening, so maybe Wayne was just trying to trick the media into thinking he was signed to Def Jam. Later that year, on December 6th, 2005, Lil Wayne dropped his album The Carter 2, and on this is a track called Best Rapper Alive, where Wayne once again boasts about being the best rapper alive. The next year, in 2006, Lil Wayne did an interview with Music Choice, and he spoke on his track Best Rapper Alive, saying that he got no flack for the track, and says that Jay-Z didn't give him no flack for it either.
I ain't getting no flack from that. I mean, of course from the haters, but I mean from the man. From Jay, I ain't nobody, you know, he propped me up when he see me. They gave me a lot of confidence to put a new song out called The Best Rapper on my album.
In another interview in 2006, the interviewer said that one of the tracks on the Carter 2, called Shooter, could be Wayne's version of Hard Knock Life. Wayne responded saying, quote, "Me and my homies, we sit around, and even with the success of this album, we still sit and say, I need that Hard Knock Life song. I need that song that got Jay over that Hard Knock Life song. And for you to just say that is on my album that's already out, that's amazing, man." On May 22nd, 2006, Lil Wayne dropped the second installment of the Dedication series mixtape, Dedication 2. On the skit, I'm the Best Rapper Alive, Wayne once again reminds everyone that he's the best rapper alive. In 2022, at the BET Awards in LA, DJ Drama was interviewed by Hip Hop DX on the red carpet, where he said that he helped Wayne write the script for that skit, saying, quote, "At the time that was coming off of Hov, saying hands down he was the greatest, here comes Tunchi, staking the claim and putting the crown on him." That summer, in June of 2006, Jay-Z announced that he would be coming out of retirement at the age of 36 and was dropping an album that fall titled Kingdom Come. On September 27th, 2006, Lil Wayne sat down with MTV News for an interview, and when discussing Jay-Z's comeback, this is what he had to say.
Did you get the two calls? I know for a while you've been wanting to do something with Jay-Z. He's back out of retirement now.
He never called.
He never called?
I mean, I talked to him, though. You know, he tell me everything I want to hear, though. He let me know that I'm that dude. He see me, keep my head up. That's better than the verse for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's my idol right there. That's his role model right there. You know what I mean? He ain't never got to do a verse for me. You know what I mean? Just from him acknowledging me when anybody else asks him anything. When they don't, he say something. I mean, that's enough for the boy right here.
A couple of weeks later, on October 6, 2006, Jay-Z's first single from his comeback album Kingdom Come was leaked to the radio. The track was called Show Me What You Got. The track would officially be released as the first single to the album on October 30th, 2006. On this track, Jay-Z warns all the rappers in the game that he's back, with a line calling himself the Michael Jordan of rap.
I'm back. I am the Mike Jordan of recording. You might want to fall back from recording.
Now keep these bars in mind because it will come into play shortly. On November 21st, 2006, Jay-Z dropped his comeback album Kingdom Come. On the title track, titled Kingdom Come, on the intro, Jay-Z calls himself Hip Hop Savior. alluding that hip-hop has been dead since he left.
Not only NYC, I'm hip-hop savior.
Track 11 is a track titled Trouble, and on the third verse, it's heavily speculated that this entire verse was a subliminal diss towards Lil Wayne. Throughout the entire verse, Jay is talking to someone he refers to as Lil.
Cute, you little think you in my class. Substitute little soon feel my rap.
A couple of weeks later, on December 2nd, 2006, Lil Wayne and Young Money Entertainment dropped the mixtape Lil Louisiana Volume 1. On this mixtape was a track called Dough Is What I Got, which was Lil Wayne rapping over the beat to Jay-Z's track Show Me What You Got off of Kingdom Come. On the first verse, Lil Wayne once again took subliminal shots at Jay-Z when he responded to Jay's claim of him being the Michael Jordan of recording. Jordan is the greatest basketball player of all time, so it's no surprise why Hove frequently compares himself to Jordan. Lil Wayne says that he must be LeBron James if Jay-Z is Jordan, but then he says that he's not LeBron because he has rings, and in 2006, LeBron James didn't win an NBA Finals yet. Then compares himself to Kobe Bryant because Kobe Bryant stayed with the Lakers his whole career, and up to this point, Wayne has been with Cash Money Records his whole career too. And also, Kobe Bryant has won NBA rings at that point.
I am the Mike Jordan of recording. You might want to fall back from recording.
I must be LeBron James if he's Jordan. No, I won rings with my performance. I'm on Kobe Bryant up in all this.
In 2020, Nori claimed that after Jay-Z heard Wayne's Dough Is What I Got, it made Hove go on a long walk and look at himself in the mirror, questioning if he still got it.
He said when he rapped on Show Me What You Got, I had to take a long walk and look at myself in the mirror. And I said, are you sure you still got this?
That same month, Lil Wayne appeared on the cover of the December 2006 issue of The Complex magazine and sat down for an interview. During the interview, he was asked about Jay-Z's comeback. This is what he had to say. The interviewer asked, quote, "How do you feel about Jay's return so far? How many songs have you heard of his?" Wayne replied saying, quote, "I heard a couple, and I'm going to tell you if I like what he's talking about, but I don't like what he's talking about, and I'm going to tell you why. Because he's saying it like he had to come back, like hip-hop's dead, all this, like I'm a hip-hop artist, B. What you mean it's dead? So that means I'm not rapping the whole time? I've been in it 13 years, daddy. How can it be dead? You know what I mean? If anything, it's reborn. Know what I mean? So he's probably having a problem with that. Like this whole aspect of coming back was because it was dead and y'all needed me. Nah, I want him to know that. You left on a good note. You left. This was your house. All the people in the house, all the artists were saying, yo, this is Jay's house. He's bowing out gracefully. We all say he's the best. All the players say, you the coach, you're the best. We love it. You bowed out. You come back and this is still your house? Nah, we effed the bitches in your bed already. Nah, I mean, it's not your house, daddy. And I just want him to know that. That's from a competitive level. You know what I mean? That's not no beefing or no hating shit or nothing like that. It's just I'm a rapper. And he always capitalizes on rappers being very confident about themselves. Like when everybody asks him, how do you feel about this person saying this about you? If it's anything about rap, he'll be like, they're supposed to say that. So I'm supposed to feel that you're talking about me when you say rap is dead. I mean, I've been out here rapping all my f***ing life. What the f*** do you mean? And I'm better than you, daddy. The interviewer then asked Wayne if he feels he's better than Jay-Z right now, to which he replied saying, quote, who don't? After this interview got out, people started talking about Lil Wayne's comments about Jay-Z, and rumors began spreading like wildfire that these two were now publicly beefing. Fast forward months later, in April 2007, Lil Wayne graced the cover of the April 2007 edition of the XXL magazine, where he would sit down with them for an interview. In the interview, Wayne would apologize to Jay-Z about his comments in his Complex interview in December, saying, quote, I'm glad you brought that up, because I want to apologize to Jay and his family and friends, because I was asked that question, and they put it in there like I was just feeling like, oh, you know what? I'm better than Jay. They came at me like, so you say you're the best? Can you just say that you're better than everybody? Would you say you're better than Jay? I was like, yeah, I'm better than everybody. But I like to throw that apology out there because of whatever trouble I caused, I ain't want that to happen. That same month, on April 13th, 2007, Lil Wayne dropped his all-time classic mixtape, The Drought 3, which included his Dough Is What I Got track. Now, the king of subliminals, Jay-Z, was not going to just sit back and not respond. That summer, on July 3rd, 2007, T.I. dropped his album T.I. vs. T.I.P. Track 7, titled Watch What You Say to Me, features Jay-Z, and at the end of his verse, he sent subliminal shots back at Lil Wayne. Hope said that he hears Wayne baiting him into replying.
I hear you baiting me lately. I've been doing my best just to say hey to free still. Watch what you say to me.
Jay-Z then says he's going to take up Lil Wayne on that offer if he keeps throwing subliminals, meaning he's going to engage in this rap battle. Then Hope said that he's going to replace Birdman as Wayne's father.
Sooner or later I take you up on your offer and put you all in your place like I'm replacing your father.
And says that his DNA is in Wayne's music because Lil Wayne has said that Jay-Z inspired him a lot.
You're talking to the author, the architect of the blueprint, my DNA in your music, motherfucker.
After this, the beef rumors were running rampant, but something weird happened later that year. On November 6th, 2007, Jay-Z dropped his album American Gangster, and on the track Hello Brooklyn 2.0, Lil Wayne is featured. This marked the first official collaboration between Weezy and Hove. This track was originally just a solo Lil Wayne track, most likely to appear on the Carter 3, but according to Wayne in an MTV interview, he said, quote, Jay heard the song some type of way. When he heard it, he said, ask the homie if I can get this. More honored than offended, it was an easy answer. When I asked the question, I told him it wasn't even a question. He's got it. Everybody in the world knows how I feel about Jay. He's the king. Utmost respect. That same month, Jay-Z was performing at the Hammerstein Ballroom in New York City at his American Gangster concert when he would bring out Lil Wayne as the two both performed Hello Brooklyn 2.0 together. After the performance, Wayne and Jay shut down beef rumors when Wayne pointed to Jay, calling him the best rapper alive, then pointing to himself and said that he's the next rapper in line.
The best rapper alive, the next rapper in line.
After that, everything seemed cool between the two. The next year, in 2008, Lil Wayne would be on fire as he began the rollout to his album The Carter 3. On March 13th, 2008, Lil Wayne dropped the first single to the album, a track titled Lollipop. This track would be Wayne's highest charting single up to this point, peaking at number 1 on the Billboard, becoming Lil Wayne's first single to reach number 1. After this, it was clear that we were officially in the Lil Wayne era, as he was easily the hottest rapper on the planet commercially and was the best rapper. On April 23rd, 2008, Lil Wayne dropped the second single from the album called A Milli, to which this track peaked at number 6 on the US Billboard Hot 100. In the summer of 2008, Jay-Z would end up doing his own remix of this track called A Billy. On June 3rd, 2008, rapper Freaky Zeke dropped his mixtape Blame It on the Henny. On this is a track called Beat Without Bass, featuring Lil Wayne. At the end of his verse, Lil Wayne has a message to quote-unquote old-ass rappers, likely referring to Jay-Z, saying that he's like 44 and that he's only 24 years old.
You old ass rappers better stay on tour. You like 44, I'm 24.
On June 10th, 2008, Lil Wayne dropped his album The Carter 3, to which Jay-Z repaid the favor, being featured on the track Mr. Carter, marking their second collab. On Jay's verse, he essentially says that he's passing the torch to Lil Wayne when he refers to Wayne as his heir to the throne. If we take a look at the definition of heir, it says that it's a person inheriting or continuing the legacy of a predecessor.
I'm right here in my chair with my crown and my dear Queen Bee as I share my time with my ear. Young Carter.
On the outro, Lil Wayne quotes lyrics from his favorite song of all time, Lucky Me, off of Jay-Z's album In My Lifetime Volume 1.
Swear to everything, when I leave this earth, it's gonna be on both feet, never knees in the dirt.
And I swear to everything, when I leave this earth, it's gonna be on both feet, never knees in the dirt.
This album would go on to sell over 1 million copies in the first week, going #1 on the Billboard charts, making history as one of the very few rap albums to achieve 1 million plus copies sold in the first week. Lil Wayne just completely took over the rap game with this album, putting rappers on notice as he had the game in a chokehold. A couple of weeks later, on June 23rd, 2008, Lil Wayne did an interview with Rolling Stone. When they asked him how it felt to be called Jay-Z's hair on Mr. Carter, Wayne replied saying, quote, "That line right there was hard. Unbelievable. I didn't realize it at first. My homie had to tell me, you know what he said, right? I didn't even get it. I was like, why is he saying air? Is he just talking about the air? But I'm smart enough to know that he's smart enough not to just be talking about the air. I felt real dumb, but then I felt so good. It was an incredible compliment." On July 14th, 2008, Lil Wayne did an interview with People magazine where he would speak on the 4 albums that changed his life, one of them being Jay-Z's In My Lifetime Volume 1. Wayne spoke about the song Lucky Me, which we discussed earlier, saying, quote, "Lucky Me is my favorite song of all, period. I actually have Lucky Me tattooed on my neck, and I have a verse of that song tattooed on my leg." Now, Lil Wayne does in fact have Lucky Me tattooed on his neck and lyrics on his leg. That year in 2008, T.I. was gearing up to drop his album Paper Trail. On September 6th, 2008, T.I. and Jay-Z dropped the track Swagger Like Us, to which they recruited Kanye and Lil Wayne to be featured. This track was originally intended to appear on both T.I.'s album Paper Trail and Jay-Z's upcoming album Blueprint 3, but only ended up being on T.I.'s album. That same month, Jay-Z graced the cover of Vibe magazine, where he sat down for an interview, and during the interview, he spoke on Lil Wayne being next in line, saying, quote, "You should embrace the next generation. In hip-hop, you always fight the next person coming in because the person wants your spot. But as a person, as a competitor, that's only natural. There was a time Kobe was like, I think I could take Mike. I admire that in a way. The public has Lil Wayne next in line. That's what the public says, so why not?" The next month, on October 27th, 2008, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z were both co-headlining Power 105.1's Powerhouse in East Rutherford, New Jersey, but Lil Wayne did not end up showing up to the show on time after problems with a metal detector, so they had to perform their sets separately. This mega headline was now ruined, and to boot, Wayne's set was reportedly discombobulated and spotty. A couple of months later, on February 8th, 2009, the 51st annual Grammys were held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, where Lil Wayne and Jay-Z would perform Swagger Like Us together, and they won a Grammy for that track under the Best Rap Performance by a Duo or Group category. On September 8th, 2009, Jay-Z dropped his album The Blueprint 3, which would sell 476,000 copies in the first week, debuting at #1 on the Billboard 200. On 2 of the tracks, he shouts out Lil Wayne. On the track DOA, Death of Autotune, he says that he's going to send this track to the mixtape Wheezy.
This shit need a verse from Cheesy. I might send this to the mixtape Wheezy.
On the track A Star Is Born, he says that he applauds Lil Wayne, and if he keeps going, he'll pass the torch to him.
Wayne scorching, I'll applaud him if he keep going, pass the torch to him.
After this is when their relationship would begin to crumble. After this album dropped, MTV would name Jay-Z the hottest MC in the game. On October 19th, 2009, Birdman was doing an interview, and when he was asked about Jay-Z being named MTV's hottest MC, this is what he had to say about it.
Jay-Z just got voted #1 by MTV, #1 MC. What do you make of that?
I don't think he the #1 MC. Wayne the best, he do the most, and he make the most money.
Yeah.
I don't think in the business make more money than us.
Fair enough.
And so how could you be the best if you don't make the best money, the most money? And you don't do the most.
Mm-hmm.
Lyrically, come on, man, be for real, man. Can't nobody f with Wayne. And to me, if you #1 and you ain't getting no money, don't mean nothing. You hear me? So, but if you #1 and you making money, to me, who making the most money? That's #1 to me. All that rap shit. You hear me? They got cold rappers you never even heard.
Now, initially, Jay-Z did not respond to Birdman's comments, and on October 31st, 2009, Lil Wayne dropped his mixtape, No Ceilings, to which he would rap over the beat to Jay-Z's tracks Death of Autotune and Run This Town. In January 2010, Jay-Z sat down with Angie Martinez at Hot 97 for an interview. Angie asked Hov what he thinks about Birdman's comments, to which he responded saying this.
How does Jay feel about Baby from Cash Money constantly saying Weezy is more lyrical and has more money than Jay-Z?
You know, being lyrical is just a matter of opinion. It's who you like. So, you know, that's his opinion. As far as money, I mean, you know, that's a little more factual. Right, we can determine that.
Right, we would have to see your bank accounts and things of this nature.
I have no problem, but it's gonna cost. Put it up. If he's that confident, you know, I give him a little glimpse. It's crazy. I give him a little glimpse. Check that out. Cut it out. Knock it off. But as far as, you know, being lyrical, I mean, that's from one's, you know, that's for the viewers.
That's anybody's, yeah.
That's everybody's. So if he
Everybody
believes
has an
that, then
opinion.
I respect that, you know, and that's his guy. So he's supposed to ride with his guy. So I don't have no problems with that. I have no problems with nobody. It's my positive. I want this to be my most positive year. I don't want no problems.
Beyonce and Jay-Z earned $122 million, becoming the highest earning.
Right after that.
Huh?
Right after that.
Right
So
after
I'm saying, black and white is the ink, baby. I'm just having fun.
Fast forward to March of 2010, Jay-Z was on his Blueprint 3 tour with Jeezy at a show in Madison Square Garden, where Jeezy would bring out Drake, Nicki Minaj, and Lil Wayne. Now, unfortunately, just a couple of days after this concert, on March 8th, 2010, Lil Wayne was sentenced to a 1-year jail sentence after pleading guilty to possession of a gun, which stemmed from a July 2007 arrest when a loaded .40 caliber semi-automatic gun was found on his tour bus. Lil Wayne would begin his 1-year jail sentence in Rikers Island Jail, with a possible shortened sentence of 8 months if he has good behavior. During this time, Lil Wayne's Young Money protege, Drake, would take over the rap game, releasing his debut album, Thank Me Later, in June of 2010, which would sell over 400,000 copies in the first week. And after this, it was clear that Drake was up next. In July of 2010, Drake did an interview with Tim Westwood where he would reveal that him and Lil Wayne were planning on dropping a collab album. Lil Wayne would be released in November of 2010, just 8 months after being sentenced. That same month, Kanye West and Jay-Z would announce that they were dropping a collaboration album called Watch the Throne, to which the production began in November of 2010. In January of 2011, Drake would do another interview with Tim Westwood where he would accuse Kanye West and Jay-Z of stealing his and Lil Wayne's idea of a collaboration album.
I mean, you know, that we still gotta do that album.
Yes, you still got to do
I heard
that
some
album.
other guys are coming out with that album too. There's 2 other guys that are coming out with
Okay.
it together. 2 other rappers that are coming out with an album together. I don't know where they got that idea, but...
That same month, Jay-Z and Kanye West would begin the rollout for the collab album Watch the Throne. On January 11th, 2011, they dropped the first single on the album titled Ham, and on his verse, Jay-Z would send shots at Birdman for saying that Lil Wayne has more money than him in his interview. He directly mentions Birdman's nickname, Baby, and says that they don't even have as much money as his wife, Beyonce.
Really $500 million, really, you got baby money. Keep it real with niggas ain't got my lady money.
Lil Wayne, of course, heard this, so on August 29th, 2011, Lil Wayne dropped his album The Carter 4. And on the track It's Good featuring Drake and Jadakiss, on his verse, Wayne responded to Jay-Z. Weezy directly references Hope's Baby Money bar from Ham, then he threatens to kidnap Beyonce and take out Jay-Z.
Talking about baby money, I got your baby money. Kidnap your get that how much you love your lady money.
Jay-Z would later speak on this in his Breakfast Club interview in 2013.
How close were you to really spanking Wayne when he threw that shot at the wife?
Nah, it was alright. It's part of you know, the sport and the competition. I didn't take it serious. I didn't view it as a threat, but I didn't take it as a real threat. I took it as a flip of a line.
Lil Wayne would also do an interview later in 2011 with Sway, where he would speak on Jay-Z's diss on Ham.
You ask him about the Jay-Z line?
I wouldn't ask him about a Jay-Z line because he's not Jay-Z.
Is that something you would react to as an MC?
Actually, the subject that he's talking about in that line, I can't box with the guards with that. You know what I mean? And I'll be the first one to tell you that. Given my wit and the type of person I am, I'll capitalize and I'll play off of it.
Fast forward to January 2012, Birdman did an interview with the Big Boys Neighborhood where he would speak on the issues between himself and Jay-Z.
Is there an issue with you and Jay-Z? Like Jay-Z said something in the record Ham. He was saying, you ain't got baby money, you spending baby money. Is there an issue?
Not with me, but I don't know how he feeling, but we just doing what we do, you know? We ain't tripping. We spending baby money. That's how we live.
The next month, on February 12th, 2012, YMCMB hosted a pre-party for the Grammys, and during this, Lil Wayne got on the mic to spit a few bars, where he would diss Jay-Z and Kanye when he directly mentions Watch the Throne.
And other than that, I ain't really got nothing else to say, but I met a bad red bomb. I took the home. I asked her would she want to watch. She said surely not the throne.
The next year, on July 4th, 2013, Jay-Z dropped his album Magna Carta Holy Grail. And on the track La Familia, he responded to Wayne saying he was going to kidnap Beyonce, telling him good luck on trying to kidnap her.
Just wanna kidnap white feet. Good luck with that, bruh.
After this, the beef would begin to die down as Wayne never responded to these lines. The next year, Lil Wayne was gearing up to drop the 5th installment of the Carter series. On May 15th, 2014, Lil Wayne dropped what would have been the second single on the album, a track called Douce. Now, if you know, Douce was the liquor brand Jay-Z was endorsing at the time, having stake in the company. On the intro to the track, Wayne shouts out Jay-Z.
Ho, what your boy?
On July 3rd, 2014, Lil Wayne did an interview with MTV where he would explain why he shouted out Jay-Z on the track, saying, quote, "We was just on that Douce heavy. I don't write none of my music. I don't write it down. So I just go in there and say whatever come to my mind. So what came to my mind that night was what was on my mind that night." The Carter 5 would end up being delayed due to Wayne going through troubles with Cash Money, which is for a whole separate video. The next year, in 2015, Lil Wayne and Jay-Z would partner exclusively to drop his next album called the Free Weezy album exclusively on Tidal, which was the streaming service that Jay-Z was endorsing with stake in the company. The next year, in November 2016, Lil Wayne was performing his track I'm Me at the Camp Flog Gnaw Music Festival, where he would change the lyrics saying he's a Rockefeller millionaire instead of Cash Money millionaire.
I'm a Rockefeller millionaire.
On April 10th, 2017, Lil Wayne was performing at Slippery Rock University in Pennsylvania, and Wayne would once again shout out Jay-Z. This time he announced that he was a member of the team while throwing up the rock.
Is it cool if I just say, it's The Rock? You know, I'm a member of that team now. We'll talk about that later though, but
The next year, on September 28th, 2018, Lil Wayne finally would drop his album The Carter 5 after an ongoing legal battle with Cash Money. In December of that year, Lil Wayne took to stage during a concert in Chicago to thank Jay-Z for helping him through the tough times he was facing over the past couple of years. Jay-Z helped him through a $7 million tax debt in 2011 and $6.8 million in 2012, totaling to over $14.1 million in taxes owed. Wayne thanks Jay-Z and Swizz Beatz for helping him with taxes and production when he was really down.
There's people like Jay-Z, you know what I mean? He helped me when I was really down. Really down. There's people like Swizz Beatz that's gonna send me every beat he make and want me to rap on every single one until I got my situation straight. He don't want me to talk about it, don't want me to tell nobody. Jay don't want me to tell nobody. That man helped me with my tax. These are real friends, y'all. Shout out to Jay, shout out to my Swizz, shout out to my brother Chance. Music! Y'all know his name?
After that, Lil Wayne would go on to praise Jay-Z on podcasts, even suggesting that if any rapper were to become president, it should be Jay-Z.
What rapper should run for president?
If there was a rapper that should ever run for president, I believe that rapper would easily or should easily be Jay-Z. Plain and simple. I don't even think there's a why that should come with that. After that, plain and simple. I would love to see B as the first lady. Plain and simple. Just another Carter in the White House.
So there you have it, the full timeline of Lil Wayne versus Jay-Z. Not really a serious beef, but a nice sparring match as the two competed for that #1 spot in hip-hop. Who do you think had the upper hand, Hove or Weezy?